What's up, YouTube? It's been a while, it's been far too long, but finally the sun is here and I am back out working on the Caddy. Let's take a look and see how far I got. Last year my life changed and I became a dad, so this has been my life for 6 months. Now I'm back working on the van again, which is really nice. These are a couple of catch-ups, screenshots, videos of where we got to before. As you can see, all the doors and the walls and the carpet was in. Now it's time for the roof. So I took the roof panels back out the shed. They had ever so slightly gone a bit warped, but left them in the sun and it did tend to flatten them out a little bit. So using a hole cutter on my drill, I managed to drill some holes in the top sections of the roof. I've gone for 6 lights in this build and they are evenly spaced down the centre of the van. So here I am drilling out the holes in the roof, and then we move on to recarpeting the same as I did before. So I stuck all of the edges down and then installed the lights. Put it all on the floor, laid it all out as it would fit inside the van, had a quick look over it, made sure I was happy, and then started to fit it. Okay, so it is time to attempt to fit the roof. So I'm going to unravel all of these and run them down the middle of the board, and then they're going to connect up to this little connection block. I've got a DC-DC plug, which I cut the end of the plug off, and with that I'm going to then wire that to the switch panel and the negative buzz bar that I've created at the front of the van. So that's what we're going to do next. So that's the first lot of cables stuck down to the back, and the tag ends hanging out the bottom. So this is ingenious. I'm a fisherman, a couple of long bang sticks and buzz bars. That'll hold my roof up now while I can plug it all in. Just got to cut that flap of carpet off. So yeah, a little bit of ingeniousness, and we'll get that plugged in. So using a soldering iron, in order to make some nice holes, what I'm doing is melting through with the soldering iron to give me a nice hole. There we go. Okay, so all the electrics are now coming down this side of the door, ready to go. And now what I've got to do is obviously refit the cut down bulkhead to conceal it all, like so. And then the wires will come down the end there, poke out the bottom, down towards the power source. So that is the next job, just routing the cables and getting them nice and neat. Lovely times. The roof is in. You can't quite pick it up on the camera. Well, you can actually. There's a section here that runs down the middle of the van, and it's how the 2 pieces of roof are held up, one side and the other. Now without carpet in the van, that slots in really nicely, but because I've obviously carpeted the sides and the ceiling panel and the bit of trim as well, it didn't slide in as it should to sort of relocate into the lugs. So what I've had to do is just put some fixing screws in there, but now it is in and it is absolutely fine. So the roof is finally back in. I'll show you from the back. There we go. 6 lights, all in. Floor done, sides done, and finally the roof is done. So now I've just got to wire up the lights, run the cable down the pillar there on the right hand side. That's the 8 amp power cable for the lights. The original DC charger or DC bit is inside there, cable tied and snug. All the cables obviously hidden on the back underneath. So yeah, I've now got my cables run out from underneath the trim and just coiled there, ready to be terminated on the switch panel. That's the next job. Might tidy up first though. Hello lights, lovely, lovely. So that's the lights and the ceiling all back inside the van. I have run out of time for this weekend, so I'm going to have to do the switch panel and the rest of the electrics next weekend. Thanks for watching, catch you soon.